Hi everyone! I've never really done a formal update video on this channel before, and I feel it's about time that I do so, especially since I hit a milestone recently. A lot has been going on lately, so I want to keep everyone informed in all the new developments that have been happening. Also, I've never really explained what my channel is, or what you guys can come to expect from me, so I want to give some insight. On top of that, I'm going to be turning this into a classic AMA style video where I answer some questions you guys leave in the comments. If you have any questions regarding my channel in general, then you might want to watch this video before asking in case I answer it here. More on that later. For now, I want to give some updates. First off, recently this channel OK Fine Be That Way has passed 1,000 subscribers. That is absolutely amazing, and I thank everyone who has hit the subscribe button and has watched all or any of the videos that I've made. I'm not the type of content creator who tells my viewers to like, comment, and subscribe in every one of my videos, although maybe I should. I do want to make it clear that I do really appreciate all of the feedback I receive, and I'm very happy that so many people watch my content and left positive responses. Even when I do get critical comments, they tend to be constructive more often than not, so even on that level I'm very thankful. The support I've gotten on this channel has opened up new doors for me in the YouTube sphere. Those of you who have been following my community posts probably already know that I've been writing a lot of scripts for the channel UnoAphex. For those of you who are unfamiliar with UnoAphex, it's a gaming channel that's an offshoot of the larger channel Wicked Binge. Both are ranking-based channels which cover many topics related to characters in shows, movies, or in UnoAphenx's cases, video games. As of this recording, UnoAphex has produced 6 scripts I've written including Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Super Mario Sunshine characters Good to Evil, Mario's Jobs Worst to Best, Pikmin bosses Weak to Powerful, and Rareware villains Evil to Most Evil. As of right now, I have at least 3 more finished scripts awaiting production from UnoAphex, and I'm still writing new scripts for the channel. Anyone interested in seeing that type of content, please check out UnoAphenx's channel and also my community posts to get updated whenever they release a video written by yours truly. I've also created a playlist on my channel for the UnoAphex scripts I wrote, which I'll link in this video's description. I'll keep updating that regularly whenever a video that I wrote comes out. Another announcement that I made recently in my community tabs is that I now have a Patreon. Anyone who wants to support this channel financially can go over there and send a few bucks my way. You also receive perks like early access to videos, getting your names in the credits of future videos, Discord perks, and other things. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I'll leave a link to my Patreon in the description of this video, and probably my other videos too. If you want to support me but want to take an alternate route to Patreon, you can also donate to my PayPal, which I'll also leave in the video description. One more thing I'll leave down there is a link to my aforementioned Discord, which I recently created. Another thing I should address for those not keeping up with the community tabs is the fate of my original The History of Game Dude video. Late last month, the video got blocked for viewing in all countries due to the Take On Me song that Alex used in one of his short films. I assume this was because of the release of the new Aha documentary, but I don't know for sure. Because the video has over 100,000 views and I'm not part of the partner program, YouTube would not allow me to edit the video while it was still up, which is a stipulation that still leaves me perplexed. Because of this, I released a revision of the video where I cut out the copyrighted parts from all the claimants, since there was technically more than one. Since then, the original video has inexplicably become available for viewing again, like nothing ever happened. I prefer the revised version, since it did give me an opportunity to fix some of the bad audio mixing from the original video. However, unlike Alexander, preservation is important to me, so I'll leave both versions of the video up for you guys to watch. I'm also glad the revision exists, because if anything else happens to the original version, you can still watch the documentary in some form. That about does it for announcements, so please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ian, or you can call me OK Fine Be That Way, or you can call me Blinky, or you can call me the guy who made the Game Dude documentary, or you can call me some random person on the internet. The choice is yours. I'm the person who runs this channel and produces most of the content, even though I have had help over the years from many of my friends. Recently I've had a lot of help from my friend UnoAphex, who I've streamed with on this channel. Beyond the streams, he also helped me find a lot of content for the Nobuhiko Obayashi videos, and recorded the gameplay footage for both the Cuphead Show video and this one. This gameplay, for those who are wondering, is the recently leaked original version of Duke Nukem Forever. I'm big on preservation of art, so it's always cool when something like this surfaces. Anyway, I'll leave a link to UnoAphex's channel in the video description. He streams a lot more over there than we do on here, so pop over to his chat and say hi sometime. Now let's jump back in time a little bit to get to the origins of my channel. I created my YouTube account back in 2006 when I was 12 years old. The account was purely to keep up with the channels I was watching at the time. The channel name from the very start was always Okay Fine Be That Way. The name came from me simply trying to come up with something creative for a username that wasn't taken. All the ideas I tried were taken, so I typed in Okay Fine Be That Way as a joke out of frustration. That surprisingly was still available, and I really liked it, so it stuck. Eventually, my friends and I started posting content regularly on this channel in 2008. Back then, the videos were mostly unscripted comedy sketches that we filmed while we were in junior high school and high school. The videos never gained much traction, but they were a lot of fun to do at the time. Looking back, I think some of the skits were pretty funny, and some of them are pretty cringe, which was kind of the Tim and Eric sort of approach we were going for. My most popular video from around this time is called AVGN vs. the Nostalgia Critic, which was supposed to be a commentary on how seriously people were taking the fictional online drama between the AVGN and the Nostalgia Critic around the time. The video got a tiny bit of attention because of the subject matter, but people who saw it generally weren't too fond of it. It seems to have gotten more of a positive response since my Game Dude video, so maybe more people get the satire now. I don't know. Around this time, I had another channel which I was posting edgier content on. That channel was called Blinky10 Ian McNeil, and I still use it as my backup channel to this day. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to follow me there as well. On that channel, I was posting a lot more meme, shitpost, and trollbait content. The videos there tended to receive more views, since the topics were a lot trendier, but I still didn't gain many subscribers, since my content was more or less one big joke. The one video on this channel that received the most attention was called Top 10 Reasons Sonic the Hedgehog Sucks, which to this day has garnered over 20,000 views. I can safely say that prior to my Game Dude video, I easily considered it to be my biggest accomplishment on YouTube, and I'm still really amused by it even to this day. I released a compilation video recently covering the backlash I received from it from Sonic fans, which I'll link below as well. I might look into my older content in more depth later, but for now, I'll leave those as the big highlights. After a while, I moved away from YouTube to focus on other ventures, especially after I graduated from high school. I still occasionally posted videos here and there, but it was minimal effort content and usually were quick jokes. Even though I never fully abandoned either channel, I always had it in the back of my mind that I could come back and reinvent myself once I got the right inspiration. I eventually started learning how to play the ocarina and turned my channel into mostly ocarina content for a while. These were fun to make, and occasionally I still make these every once in a while, but I knew I didn't want this to be the focal point of my content. Around 2020, I had started getting hooked on a lot of long-form YouTube documentary content. Even though I had been on YouTube since 2006, you gotta remember that back then, most channels had a 10-minute time limit, and longer content was not that popular or encouraged, generally speaking. This created a spark in my mind, and in late 2020, I finally found the inspiration that I needed when I worked on my biggest YouTube video yet. Game Dude was a special case where I saw that pretty much the entire story unfold with my own eyes, and I felt that no one had really documented his legacy in its entirety. Mr. Mediker's Internet Insanity video certainly scratched the surface, but I felt that there was so much more to delve into based on my experiences of watching it firsthand. Anyway, I'm sure you know all about that by now, so I won't repeat it here. The release of this video sent my channel on a different trajectory as I moved into more scripted documentary and media analysis content. I know most people would probably make a new channel if they took an extreme tonal shift in their content, like I did, but personally, I thought it would be funny if I started getting traction on the same YouTube channel that I posted these dumb skits on as a teenager. Plus, I really like the name Okay Fine Be That Way, so I wanted to stick with that. Throughout the rest of 2021, I mostly dedicated my time to the Nobuhiko Obayashi retrospective videos, which were insanely time-consuming and difficult. To give some perspective, my original Game Dude documentary took me about 2.5 months to make, whereas my original Nobuhiko Obayashi documentary took well over 8 months. I'm very proud of the result, and I think that my Obayashi video ranks among the best content I've made for this channel, but it did kind of burn me out, and it didn't get that many views in contrast to the amount of effort it took. That's why in 2022, I've made a conscious effort to space out my longer scripted content with shorter and unscripted content, especially after getting writing gigs with One Up Binge. I think this method has been working for me. One thing I like about YouTube is that my content can be 5 minutes or 2 hours depending on how much I have to say about a certain topic, so it doesn't restrict me creatively in that way. I understand for an outsider my channel can be a bit confusing because I upload a variety of different content on here. You might see me upload a documentary, followed by an Ocarina video, followed by a TV show review, followed by a video game music playlist. Ever since I started making videos, I've taken the name OK Fine Be That Way to mean that this channel is a place for me to post whatever I feel like posting. I still hold true to this mentality, with the only difference being the amount of effort I put into the production of my newer content. If I ever wanted to make low effort shitpost content like I did before, then I still have my Blinky Tiny and McNeil channel. I know that variety channels aren't really encouraged on YouTube nowadays because the creators risk alienating portions of their audience. However, I'm hoping that by covering a large range of subjects on OK Fine Be That Way, that I get more people interested in things that they may not have been aware of otherwise. With that said, it's fine if my viewers aren't interested in checking out some of the topics I cover. I have returned to topics I've previously visited, like Game Dude and Nobuhiko Obayashi, both of which I'll probably revisit again in the future. Also, given the success of my recent Moral Oral video, I have no doubt that I'll be revisiting that format to talk about every episode of some of my other favorite TV shows. So, I'm not saying that every video that I make will be a radical departure from everything else I've made. However, I will be trying new formats and approaches as I continue producing content. That's basically the story of my channel and journey on YouTube. If I missed anything you felt I should talk about, then do not fret because you can ask me about it yourself in the comments. As stated earlier, I'm turning this video into an AMA, so please feel free to ask your questions, and I'll answer any that I can in a follow-up video. I will say that I'm not taking requests for video topics, at least not yet. I might include requests for movie reviews as an incentive on my Patreon or something in the future. For now though, I'm going to stick to things I know I'm passionate about, as I feel that will lead to better content. That said, feel free to ask me my opinion about any general or specific subjects, and I'll try to answer as candidly as possible. If the video goes over well, I'll consider doing more Q&A style videos in the future. I want to end things off by once again giving thanks to everyone who has watched, commented, liked, shared, subscribed, or interacted with my channel in any way. It's been a long, weird, up and down ride for me on this platform, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who has joined me on this expedition. I look forward to seeing you all in another video.